What's up, guys? It's Big Fish 62, and we are back for the second part of the Hitman Absolution Information is Power achievement. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Here in Death Factory, where the doctor starts off, where you're going to release the pigs out into the minefield. If you hit that button, there's going to be a piece of evidence sitting right back here on this table there next to that computer. So go ahead and grab that piece of evidence when we move on to the decontamination area, where the guards would be watching TV, sitting on the couch, relaxing. And there's going to be the tape or the computer right here where you disable the security, and there's actually, like I said, sitting right there on the table. So in silo, before you extend the bridge that goes into the next area, on this table right there, there's going to be a piece of evidence. And so we move into Fight Night into the Patriot's hangar. I believe this is in the back right corner of the map from where you started off. There's going to be a piece of evidence sitting there on those boxes, and then you move into the VIP box in the second area where the ring is and everything like that. It's going to be a little bit more difficult to find, but you can do it, and it's right there next to the first aid kit. So in Attack of the Saints in the parking area, there's going to be a piece of evidence sitting next to this truck right here, and we're going to move on to the reception area. I went ahead and just took everybody out, and then here in the center, in between all of these cars on this box right here, there's going to be a piece of evidence. So we grab that, and then we move on into the cornfield. And in the center of all of the trailers that are here, we're going to go ahead and grab this piece of evidence, finish off this level, and then move into Skurky's Law. So here in the courthouse where the receptionist is at, you're going to go into this back room, and on that back table right there, there's going to be a piece of evidence. So we're going to grab it, move into the holding cells. In this area, right before you move on to the prison, there's going to be a piece of evidence sitting on that table. And so we move into the prison area, and this first room that you see on your right hand side that I'm about to walk into, when you come down those steps in this black room, there's going to be a piece of evidence sitting on the cabinet. I believe it's a cabinet. It's kind of dark in there, it's hard to tell. So in Operation Sledgehammer, we're looking for the cubicle that is near the exit. It's going to be right across the hall from where you grab the silver ballers. So as you can see, I'm having a little bit of difficulty grabbing. Just grab it. Okay, got it. That was too difficult. So in the next area, once you come outside, go down the steps and come next to this SWAT van, there's going to be a piece of evidence sitting right there next to it on those containers. And then in Burn, right after you take out all of the heavy guards, before you go into that next door that goes into the next area, come back outside, grab the piece of evidence sitting on the boxes, and then go ahead and move on. And when you're in the area that's near the brewery towards the end of this level, there's going to be a piece of evidence sitting right there on those containers, and then move on. In One of a Kind, this is where you're going to get your fancy new suit, go down to the basement, grab that piece of evidence, and then head back upstairs. In Blackwater Park, we're in this flooded garage area next to this car. We're going to go here into this little security area, and we're going to grab that piece of evidence and move on into the penthouse where the harpoon gun is. And shout out to a harpoon gun. Who has a harpoon gun sitting in there? Penthouse. That is insane. I need to save up and get myself a harpoon gun. That sounds awesome. All right, cool. So piece of evidence sitting right there on the couch. And then in Countdown, here you're going to need to sneak past the guards, get into that secondary room where you're going to grab the key card, go back outside, and go into this area where the key card is used. There's going to be a piece of evidence sitting right there. And the achievement actually pops for me right here because this was the last piece that I got. I was playing on professional difficulty, so I just finished and then came back to grab it. So we'll move on to Absolution, which is the final level. And here, before you move on to the secondary area of the cemetery entrance, there's going to be a piece of evidence sitting right there on that mossy little wall. So grab that and then move on to the Burnwood family tomb where you're going to kill the one lady. I forget her name. But I took her out and then ran over here to grab this piece of evidence. And then we're going to move on to the final piece where you take out the Praetorians and the Crematorium before you move on to that final cutscene. Right here on this box, you're going to see that little laser there. Don't trip that because you will die. Go ahead and grab that last piece of evidence. And there's 30 gamer score. That easy, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and check back to Achievement Hunter for all your needs.